Good morning, class 9. I hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to start with another topic of your chapter 2, People as a Resource. The topic is unemployment. We'll do the meaning of unemployment, the types, and the implication on the growth and development of the economy. So to start with, I want to tell you the meaning of unemployment. If I ask somebody what is unemployment, the very easy answer is the person who is not working is unemployed. But here we are going to study, we cannot generally say this statement that the person who is not earning, the person who is not having job is unemployed. We will understand the exact meaning. Now, unemployment is said to exist when the people who are willing to work at the going wage rate and is in between the age group of 15 to 59 years and they are looking for the work, and if they are not getting, they are said to be unemployed. Here I included two things: the willingness to work and the age group. The willingness to work. For example, there is a housewife. If we say that she is unemployed, no, she does not want to go out and work. If she is willing and she is looking for the work, and if she is not getting, then she is unemployed. But if she is not willing to go outside and work, she is not looking for the job, then she is not said to be unemployed. So unemployed, first thing is willingness to work. If the person is willing to work and he is not getting the job, then he is said to be unemployed. Second is age group. 15 to 59 years. The person below 15 years does not come in the workforce population, and above 59 also. So between the age group 15 to 59 years, if the person is willing and looking for the job, if they are not getting, the person is called unemployed. I hope the meaning of unemployment is clear. So small children and elderly people, the people of your age also, does not come in working population. So you also cannot be counted as unemployed because you are not willing, as well as your age group does not fall between the working population. In case of India, we categorize unemployment on the basis of rural and urban areas. In urban areas, there are different kinds of unemployment, and in rural areas, there are different. Because in rural areas, the major work is farming, agriculture. So the unemployment depends on, the type of unemployment depends upon the work. Two types of unemployment that happens in rural areas is seasonal unemployment and disguised unemployment. Seasonal and disguised. We are going to see what is the meaning of these. And in urban areas, because the population is more educated than the rural areas, the people face educated unemployment. Now, firstly, one by one, we will take these types of unemployment. The first is seasonal unemployment. In seasonal unemployment, people are not able to find jobs during some months of the year. People dependent on agriculture usually face this kind of problem because there are certain busy seasons, like there's a particular season of sowing, harvesting, weeding, threshing, and in that particular season the farmer is busy, and once the crop is sown, then he is free. Then he has to wait for some time till the crop is harvested. So during that particular time gap, he is not having any work and he is said to be unemployed. So if you are involved in an activity which is seasonal, so seasonally you are free or you are not having work during some months of the year, and this is called seasonal unemployment. Certain months do not provide much work to people dependent on agriculture. The second type of unemployment that happen in rural areas is disguised unemployment. This is a new term for you. Now, this is very easy. Please try to understand. Disguised unemployment is a situation wherein the people appear to be employed, but they are not actually increasing the production. For example, here you can see a farm. Firstly, 5 people were working on this farm and they used to produce 100 quintals together. They are producing the maximum quantity of that farm which can be produced. Now, after some time, the two members of the same family are added to the farm. Now the total number is 7. 7 people are working on the same farm. But as we know, we cannot take out as much as production from the same piece of land. So what happened? The 7 people are working on that piece of land and they are producing the same 100 quintals. 5 people were also producing 100 quintals and 7 people, they are also producing 100 quintals. In addition of 2 people, those 2 people are not needed. If these 2 people are working in any secondary or tertiary sector, they could have earned more income. But here, the income from the farm is not increasing, but the people dependent on the same farm are increasing. Now, the disguised unemployment, what is that? If the people required are less and the people engaged are more, 7 people are engaged but we require only 5 people, then the extra 2 people are not adding to the production. Then these extra 2 people are disguised unemployed. They appear to be employed, but they are not actually making a difference in production. So they appear to be employed, but they are not actually employed. So it is also called hidden unemployment. Now if we talk about urban areas where the people are more educated, we face educated unemployment. It has become a common phenomenon. Many young people with degrees of matriculation is 10th pass, graduation, post-graduation degrees, are not able to find jobs. Or in some cases, the people have higher degrees, but they are involved in jobs which require very less education. Like one person with MBA degree, he is doing the work of clerk. Despite of having education, having higher degrees, the people are not able to find the equivalent jobs for themselves. So in this video, you have understood the meaning and the types of unemployment. I am ending the video here. After this, in the next video, we will do the implications of unemployment on our Indian economy. So that how unemployment has led to wastage of manpower resources in our country. Thank you.